Okay. Well, first I'll start with the humorous, and to me, its major defining point is its greater and its lesser tubercles and the head. See how it has a very distinct rounded head on it, and then also you have on the back the olecranon fossa. It's the only bone that has a fossa right here in the back, and it's a perfect fit for the groove and for the olecranon to fit of the ulna to fit into. And this is the ulnar bone right here. And the way I usually differentiate it is because the top portion, the olecranon portion, makes a U shape, and ulna begins with the U. So that often helps students differentiate this bone from other bones. And the radius is right here. And the way most students I tell them to differentiate is the fact that it kind of looks like it has a very distinct shaped head. I almost say it looks like a flathead nail almost in its shape. How it's kind of flat and it's kind of rounded in a way. The next bone is the fibula. Excuse me, the femur. This is the femur, and the way you differentiate it is it has a very pronounced head on it that sits on a pronounced neck, and also it has the trochanter's on the back, and also the condyles for articulation with the tibia. That's the way I differentiate the femur. As far as the fibula, it's very distinct. It has a distinct shape to it. There's no other bones that's quite this long, quite this slender, with a pointed end. That's how I usually differentiate the fibula. And many students get confused with the difference between a rib and a clavicle. You notice how the clavicle has a sort of S shape to it, and it has a broad flat end, and then it has a more broad end here, and then a kind of smoothed out flatter end. This end right here usually articulates with the sternum, like you see on this model here. Same difference. The more broader end articulates with the sternum here, and then also it has an S shape. And some students will get this confused with the rib, but to me the major difference is the rib only has one curve in it. You see how it has one main curve, and then has a head and has a groove in it. The clavicle doesn't have that. That's how I usually differentiate this bone. And there's one more long bone that we need to look at. That's the tibia. And this is the tibia. And the way I differentiate it is the fact that it has it's almost like fitting together a puzzle piece. It has patellar surfaces. It has smooth areas which the patellar surfaces of the knee fit into to make the knee joint. So you can kind of tell where it is by looking at kind of context clues. And that's how I differentiate the long bones. And I'm not going to go in depth about the markings.